Okay, so this is good and bad. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Uh, Spoiler alert, if you've never played the very old but excellent games Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, you don't want to watch this video because there's going to be spoilers for it. Now, I don't even know why I should give this disclaimer because the games are old. They've been out for more than, like, I think 15 years now. They're not new games. However, I'll be nice. There you go. So, Disney, in either being original or unoriginal, I guess how you look at this, is apparently developing films featuring Darth Malak. So, like I said at the beginning there with the spoiler tag, Darth Malak was in Knights of the Old Republic. He was the main villain. Had Darth Malak, Darth Raven, and I wonder, are they going to adapt the story to Knights of the Old Republic? Because in that game, you were Darth Raven, you had amnesia, and you could choose to be good or bad. So you were either originally a Sith Lord who lost their memory, and then you come back and you either become a Sith Lord again or you become an unstoppable Jedi and you end up taking out Darth Malak. It's almost like a case of Total Recall if you become a good guy. But it's a great game. Both of them are really good, by the way. Knights of the Old Republic 2 is good. A little less memorable. I honestly don't even remember the plot to that game. I don't even remember the plot to it. But Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, I think, in my opinion, that's probably the best Star Wars video game ever made, hands down. For sure, the best Star Wars video game ever made. If you know Mass Effect trilogy, the people who made those games made Knights of the Old Republic. So there you go. Those are, well, at least the first two, especially the second one. The second one's probably one of my favorite games of all time. But anyway, they made those games. The first one is definitely worth still checking out. If you have an Xbox One, you can buy the backwards compatible version online. It's on Steam for like $5. It's not going to look as good because it's an old game, but I'm telling you, there's a great story there. So if they were to take this, how would they do that? I mean, are they just going to have him be the villain? Will they try to adapt that game into a movie, which would be wise, but at the same time, kind of unoriginal? It's like we already know what's going to happen. This has been done. So what does that say about Disney's ability to make original content? I mean, I guess I already can answer that question because J.J. Abrams made Force Awakens, and what did he do? He literally ripped off New Hope. And then, we get a totally original Star Wars movie with Last Jedi, and it's a complete pile of trash, garbage. And then Force Awakens, well, that remains to be seen, but from what I hear, it echoes Return of the Jedi. Though, I gotta be honest, everyone's calling the plot leaks dumb for that movie. I should do a video on that, where they're talking about how Palpatine returns, and he's shaken from not being able to control Vader, and he's building like a Star Destroyer Death Star fleet. I personally thought that sounded kind of cool. Maybe I'm alone in this. I don't know. But I'm optimistic for Rise of the Skywalker. I'm optimistic for this too. If they go back to the Old Republic, I'd give them a clean slate. They could do Jedi at peak power, facing off against Sith at peak power. That would be pretty interesting because, in the prequels, the Empire, Darth Sidious was hiding in the shadows the whole time. But two empires, the Republic and the Sith Empire clashing, I think is a cool idea. Personally, I think they should just adapt the game into a movie. I'd love to watch that. Don't mess it up and make too many changes. Apparently, according to this, the rumor itself, a new rumor suggests Lucasfilm and Star Wars are developing films featuring Darth Malak. The rumor comes from We Got This Covered, whose sources tell them Darth Malak will play a big role in the movies. Aside from Darth Malak playing a big role in the movies, the films featuring Malak will apparently draw inspiration from Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, which is an interesting concept. I guess it'll just depend on how they do it, right? I mean, they could really mess this up or they can make this really good. Given Disney's history of messing things up, I'm not so sure. I don't know, man. But I do like this direction. I'm guessing these would be the Game of Thrones guys. They tapped to apparently direct or just write a trilogy of movies, a trilogy based on the Old Republic. So it makes sense if they use Darth Malak. I guess we'll see what happens, but I guess the real question is, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. Share the video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.